Can someone please explain how Outlander went from, wait, is that show still on, to dropping content like it's trying to dominate the entire calendar year? Because this right here, is the year Outlander fans have been dreaming about. We've made it through endless delays, industry strikes, and mid-season breaks that nearly broke us. But now, in 2025, the payoff is massive. It started in January when Season 7 Part 2 dropped and left us gasping. Then comes Blood of My Blood in August. And just when you think you've caught your breath, Season 8, the official final season, storms in this November. That's not just a strong year. That's a full-blown franchise takeover. But if Starz has any sense at all, this won't be the end of the road. It'll be the launch of something much bigger. Because let's be real, Outlander isn't limping across the finish line. It's sprinting. And I don't want one final lap around the Highlands. I want a whole damn marathon. I want to cry at the finale knowing there's more coming. And 2025 is the perfect moment to make it happen. Season 7 ended on a cliffhanger that should probably be classified as emotional abuse. And while we wait to see how that wraps up, Blood of My Blood steps in to hold us over. Now, sure, it's not Jamie and Claire. No one's replacing them. But it is our first real spin-off. The story of their parents, the romance, the danger, the kilts, all there. But there's one major change. No time travel. Yep, they stripped out the element that made Outlander stand out from every other historical drama. There are no standing stones, no weird humming, no sudden leaps through time. And look, I get it. Jamie and Claire's parents didn't time travel. That's canon. But removing the supernatural element completely? That's a bold move. Maybe too bold. Without that timey-wimey magic, this prequel risks blending into the background noise of period dramas with good costumes and candle lighting. And yet, there's something oddly intriguing going on. Claire's and Jamie's parents were born exactly 202 years apart. Not a rough estimate. An oddly specific number. That's the kind of number that, in the Outlander universe, feels less like coincidence and more like fate. This show doesn't drop details like that for no reason. So, no, we probably won't see anyone disappear into another century in Blood of My Blood. But the foundation is there. The potential for the time travel thread to creep back in is definitely there. Meanwhile, Season 8 is quietly shaping up to be the crown jewel of the franchise. It's based on Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone, and if the title sounds like a funeral dirge, that's because it basically is. We're heading into full chaos mode. One storyline in particular has spin-off written all over it. Let's talk about Lord John Grey. Fan favorite. Flawlessly dressed. Emotionally complex. Basically James Bond in a powdered wig. In the books, he gets kidnapped by Captain Richardson, the guy we met in Season 7. And that storyline? Still unresolved. Diana Gabaldon hasn't even finished the next book, which means Starz has a choice. Either wrap it up neatly or leave us dangling. And if they choose the cliffhanger route, that's the moment to strike. Announce a Lord John Grey series. No waiting, no cryptic teasers. Just a straight-up, we're not done with him yet. There's already a whole stack of Lord John novels. His adventures span continents. He's caught up in espionage, tangled in forbidden romance, surviving duels and dangerous politics, and doing it all with style. You've got the material, you've got the fan base, you've got the actor. The show basically writes itself. But hey, while we're dreaming big, why stop there? Remember Joan McKimmey and Michael Murray? You probably missed their quiet little subplot in Season 7, buried under all the war and betrayal. But it's there. Joan is heading to a convent. Michael's conveniently in the same region. Sparks are flying. Another potential spin-off, just waiting to happen. And let's not forget Master Raymond. That odd little apothecary from Paris who's been wrapped in mystery since he first appeared. He's rumored to be centuries old. He clearly knows more than he ever says. If you want to lean into the fantasy side of Outlander, this is your guy. You want the origins of the Standing Stones? A deep dive into ancient magic? Give Master Raymond his own series and let it get weird. Still not convinced the Outlander universe is expanding behind the scenes? Let's rewind to Season 7, Episode 15. There's a moment, easy to miss, where Brianna's at Lallybroch. She's flipping through a book. The title, The Soul of a Rebel, The Scottish Roots of the American Revolution. Sounds like random background filler, right? Except it's not. That book was written by Frank Randall. Yep, Frank. Brianna's adoptive father, the guy who always seemed to be 5 steps ahead but said nothing. In Gabaldon's novels, that book is no ordinary history text. It mentions Fraser's Ridge. Frank didn't just suspect time travel, he figured it out. He wrote a book that directly references Jamie Fraser. Think about that. Frank knew who Jamie was, knew what Claire had done, and rather than blow it all up, he left clues. For Brianna. Across time. There's even a letter tucked inside the book. In the novels, Brianna finds it much later. Frank left her a message, one he knew she might need even if he couldn't say it out loud while he was alive. So no, this isn't just the end of Outlander. It's the turning point. If Starz wants it, they have the perfect opportunity to build a universe out of this story. One full of magic, love, war, and time-bending mysteries. They could go big, go bold, go full Marvel mode. And honestly, we're ready. This franchise has the stories. It has the characters. All it needs now is the green light. So if this really is the final season of Outlander, make it count. Make it epic. And for the love of Scotland, don't let this be goodbye. Let it be the beginning of a whole new chapter. And if you're sticking with us for the chaos, the heartbreak, the theories, and the timeline hopping, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Because if Outlander is going out, we're going with it. Loud, proud, and dragging Starz into the next era right behind us.